Hey friends, welcome to One Little Coder. In this video, we are going to look at a new open source project by Shreya Shankar. So this project is called Create ML application, Create ML app to be specific. This name is inspired by Create React app. So if you know what is Create React app, it actually gives you a template so that you can spin up your local web development project soon in the right way. So the same way, Create ML app is here to make it easier for you to spin up your machine learning project locally, where when we say machine learning, it's specifically Python, and then it also internally handles all the dependencies, spinning up an environment, managing the dependency file. So usually if you do not have this thing, what you are going to do is you'll start a folder, you'll create a folder, and then after you create a folder, you would, or probably you would start creating a virtual environment. After you create a virtual environment, you have a certain arguments that you want to keep standard, like seed value across your files. You have to manage packages. This is all the things that you are usually going to do. So like the details that are mentioned here: handle Python package dependencies, create, activate or deactivate virtual environment, parameterize your arguments, and define a random seed, which still a lot of people forget, or people usually set 42, which is favorite for a lot of people. So all these things are handled under the hood with this app, with a MakeFile. So MakeFile, this MakeFile actually does the job for you. So this is the MakeFile, does the job for you. So it has two main functions. One is makelint, the other one is makerun. Makelint will show the errors by pylint, I think, but if you're using something like black, you wouldn't probably have a problem. You can just go ahead with that. And what makerun does it's going to go to the setup file, and it's going to read all the configuration, and then it's going to run the project for yourself. So what we can do is we can look at a trial. It's a nice project. I'll just show you how you can get started. It's very simple. You don't even need this video for you to get started, but yeah, means just because I have to make a video and popularize my YouTube channel, I'm going to make this video. Okay, so we have this VS Code environment, and we have opened our terminal. So what we need first is we need, I think all of you can see my VS Code. So first we need to let me increase the size. I think you can see it now. Let me zoom it a little bit. Okay, clear it. First you git clone the application, the repo. So once you git clone it, you can load, you can get into it. Let's see my lab. Once you are done with that, I would recommend you to probably start with a new folder so that you can look at the files. So I'm firing up another instance, where in this case VS Code shows my current folder. So in the previous instance it was not the case, so now VS Code shows my current folder, so I can look at the files. Let's before even we start, let's look at the files. So if you see, I've got a main.py where my machine learning code is there. So this is a sample machine learning code that Shreya has provided us, which is the classical MNIST dataset classification using PyTorch. So this is a sample script, but you can understand what is going on behind it. So let's first have a look at setup.py. So setup.py is the place where you're going to add your packages. So if you want a new packages, or if you want to exclude some packages, so this is the place where you're going to mention that, and other app details, right, like what's the version, if you want to handle those things. So setup.py is primarily if you want to manage your dependencies, and then makefile is where you're going to define the other aspects which are already defined for you. But if you really want something to do, let's say you want to have a standard output file name, so now you can say output file name is equal to, or output file path is equal to, so this is output file colon equal to. So this is where you're going to define your standard variables that you want to be standard across your file, so that you can just use this variable names rather than using like how it is used in the code. If you see this code, it's just using seed, num epoch, input them, rather than using those values. But it also mentions the default values, but you get the idea, right? So you have this argument, standard argument added, so that you are fine. And the other aspects of MakeFile is that it runs a pylint before you run, when you say makelint, it runs a pylint. When you say makerun, it runs a the project, actual project. It develops a it spins up a virtual environment, or prepares it. So all these things are handled. So basically, if you are somebody who's not very used to having a reproducible environment for your machine learning, this is a great gift. So let's quickly go ahead and then first try to look at how it works. I'm going to spin up my I'm going to invoke my terminal. Once I invoke my terminal, I'm going to say let me start with make lint. Okay, so let's see if there is any problem with our code. I'm sorry that this has been asked to you. Okay, it's loading. Once it is loading, what we can see is it is checking everything, and after it is checking, let's see if it is going to show us any error. So it's installing the collected packages, still successfully installing it. So it says your code has been rated 10 out of 10. Previous run it was rated 10 out of 10. And technically, to be honest, it's not my code. It is a code that Shreyas has given. So if I had written the code, computer would be probably unhappy with me. But yeah, you get the point, right? So with Pylint, you have a score. So if you want to actually see me doing something wrong, maybe we can try to do something that doesn't that is not helped by Pylint, but I think we don't have to go that far. So Pylint make lint and does the testing for you. So now the next thing is let me just minimize it a little bit so that you can actually see. Now you can do make run. Okay, make run. Let me clear my screen. Make run. Once you make run, you can see what happens. So when you run it for the very first time, it will install all the dependencies. But after you run it the second time, it is going to run your main file with all the required arguments that we had set in the maker file. So all the arguments that you had set here, if you see the main file, it starts with that. You pass on all the arguments, and that is how everything starts. So you can see that it is downloading model from Jan LeCun's website, and then it is doing its job. So basically, if you want to transfer this project to somebody else, if you use this like this setup, create ML file setup, then the good thing is all you have to do is you have to put everything that you have got in this folder. Like let's say if I want to make one check, okay, I'm not going to use my machine for MNIST classification at this point, but I think you get the point. So I'm going to stop it. So after I stop it, let's say suddenly I decide that I want to make a web app out of it. So I want to say, okay, now I want Streamlet out of it. Okay, so I just have to add Streamlet here, and then it has got a question that I have modified a git file because I did git clone. So now if I say make run, the first thing it is going to do is it's going to install Streamlet. So you can see that it is installing Streamlet because every other package is already installed, and Streamlet is the only thing that was not installed previously when we did this. So it's going to install Streamlet. So I've stopped it, but that is the idea. And if you want to edit anything here in the variable file, you can still edit it, and it is a very lightweight template. What I mean by that is a lot of templates are usually sometimes very dependency heavy. This one doesn't have a lot of dependency. It's just basically a MakeFile, and the idea is to make it easier for you to spin up a proper machine learning environment so that your project or whatever you are building could be easily reproduced in somebody else's environment with just spinning up or cloning your repository, and then just 2 steps, right? So all you have to do is you have to clone the repository, and then you have to run the make run file. You have to do make run, which will execute the setup.py file. So with that, you are done and happy. And also, like we just saw, you have got make lint, which will help you understand if you have done a good coding, which is validated by Pylint. It's a wonderful project, and once again, thanks to Shreya Shankar for making this and making it open source. So this package will definitely improve reproducibility in the machine learning environment, and people who do not, or people who are not used to spinning up a virtual environment for everything that they do, they can just do it easily rather than doing a lot of commands, which a lot of people might feel cumbersome, and then that's why they could have even ignored it. A lot of people still don't set up a seed value in many instances, and this does it. So it's the right way and the easiest way to do. You start a machine learning project, and this is definitely a recommended project. So I hope you check it out. If you have any comments, please let me know in the comment section. Otherwise, I hope this video was helpful, and until next video, I'll see you later. Stay safe. Bye.